Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I know I was talking a big game about annexing Persia, but I've made it as... Why is my government unacceptable? Okay, that's weird. And why are the local governors so unhappy? I don't know. They'll be happier later. I'm going to give it a minute, is where I'm going with this. And the reason I'm going to give it a minute is this. Reckless gives you 20% extra infamy generation. And when Abdulmecid hits 75, which he will on April 25th, I'll be able to have him abdicate in favor of his son, I believe son, Kemaleddin, who is not reckless, and then I'll get less infamy for annexing Persia. So, we're just going to kind of continue with what we've been doing. I don't need all of these right now immediately, so I'm going to pop the 2 of these railways down, I think, into the middle of the lead expansion. And that's going to help these oil rigs get built faster, because the oil rigs are a goal so that I can get my food industries on meat packaging. I don't think this is going to be as unprofitable as they say, because meat is really cheap in my market. And groceries are quite sought-after goods. In fact, we're importing a lot of them, or people are importing a lot of them to us. We got some unproductive trade routes here, so I'm going to scrap a few of them. In particular, this one from Italy is not. I've been exporting a lot of steel. Nope, that one's good to go. Never mind. We'll leave that be for now. Get this going. Portuguese aristocratic revolt. That's against the British Republic, because the British Republic is... No. Stop improving relations. Oil in Moldavia. Excellent. Alright. The time has come. Oh my god. They've had another radical revolt. Oh my gosh. What is going on over here? It's all too much. It's all too much. Abdulmecid, you have served the Ottoman Empire very well, but it is time for you to rest. The Sultan is dead. Long live the Sultan. Oh, look at this. The infirmity of Sultan Abdulmecid has made him unfit to rule. In a rare moment of lucidity, he has agreed to abdicate in favor of Imperial Prince Kemaleddin Osmanoglu. They say the Sultan's gone mad, tried to marry his horse or some such. What drivel are you reading in the evening news? These are loftier matters, obviously to do with the intelligentsia situation. It's nothing so complicated. Everyone hates the Sultan, so he's got to go. Simple democracy. Host a private elite coronation. 10% of aristocrats become loyalist. Ooh, tempting. Or hold a grand public coronation. 1% of Ottoman pops become loyalists. I'm gonna go with the... Well, how many of my people are aristocrats? Really? Charts. Show more. Do we have... Okay, we got a song going. Population by profession. Aristocrats, 385k. So this will give us 38k more loyalists. In contrast, a grand public coronation will be... How many capitalists do we have? Fewer than aristocrats, still. That's a surprise. So is it better? I think we gotta have a big public coronation. I think that's what we're gonna do. Kemaleddin is our new sultan. So, give this a little time to turn over. Very good. Now, 26.1. Heck yes. Alright, so we're going to have to mobilize the armies. I'm just going to do these two. I think Persia is not necessarily very strong right now. Let's take a look at their military production methods. Skirmish infantry. Okay, they are using skirmish infantry. But potentially exclusively so, in fact. And how many battalions have they got total? About 45. So if I've got 70, I'll be able to defeat them with just what we've got mobilized right now. So I'm going to put these two armies in locations over here. Maybe our allies will man these fronts. And I'm going to keep building for now. I'm going to put the food industries on... yes, on meat packaging. They are going to be productive. You're just pretending they're not going to be. Because we got those oil wells built. This number should be going up significantly. Spain is embargoing us. Alright, that's not ideal. Okay, oil rigs are producing. So that should make our food industries able to operate just fine in good order. Okay, perfect. I'm also going to put them on patent stills right now because we are consuming a lot of liquor with our armed forces. Potentially going to be. Actually, no. Liquor is dirt cheap. I don't want to do that. We'll take a run at it again later. Why are the oil rigs taking so long getting people hired? There we go. That should help. Alright, we've got armies on fronts. There are countries I can sway, but I don't need to right now. I think we might be able to do this with no resistance, which would make me very pleased. I think I messed up with the cavalry over here. Anyway, if I can make this happen without actually having any other countries participate, I'll be really, really happy. And it looks like they're actually not going to. So I'm quite happy right now. So with that having been said, we got more steel mills in production. And then it's the government admin. And that's the government admin we're going to need in order to incorporate all this Persian territory that we're about to take over. We do have some of our allies locking down this front in any way. Kalat leaving the war is not necessarily going to be a giant concern for me. So I'm very pleased. And we're already back to reputable, which is making me even happier. Oh, City of Plenty. The most prominent members of Yemen high society have been seen organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. We've seen this event before. Once again, this is Let Them Celebrate as 10% of upper and middle stardom pops become loyalist. Or we can go with The Party Will Never End, which gives us more, but is betting that the standard of living for upper stardom pops will stay high. I'm just going to do a quick check. Standard of living for affluent pops is ridiculously high, so I'm going to say The Party Will Never End. A subtler terror. So this is the end of the Red Terror event. The Red Scare, rather. After years of competing propaganda and social mistrust, the Red Scare has ebbed to a more manageable level. Whilst many remain watchful for communist activity, the days of unmatched fear in the Ottoman Empire have come to a relative end. We have passed beyond the stage in political development where heresy hunting is a permitted sport. Our nation will be made safe, 10% authority, minus 5% radicals from standard of living decreases, minus 10% political strength of laborers. Local governors and petite bourgeoisie will be 10% stronger. Interesting. Or, we must repent for our own excesses. Political strength of laborers goes up. More loyalists from standard of living increases. I'm going to go with the first one. This is going to make the local governors a little stronger, but having that extra authority is going to be very, very helpful for me. Also, our current Sultan is a land reformer, so I'm hoping we can get some tasty, tasty land reform out of this whole situation. Not going to raise any conscripts. Yeah, I think it's going to be a straight shot. Let's go ahead and designate the capital is already designated as the strategic objective. So let's take a look at some of our battles here. We're winning over here. There was a battle. It has already ended. Yeah, I think we're completely... I think we're definitely going to be winning this. Here's our ally, Kalat, losing to Persia, but I think... I don't think that's going to have a great effect on things, because we're winning on the main front, and once we can get their capital occupied, it'll be a cinch. I think a cinch is the word I'm going to use. And yeah, we got plenty of diplomatic mitigation, so I'm actually quite pleased overall with our setup here. And I think by the time we get these government admins built, we'll basically have taken over the country. So I'm feeling, as you can see, I'm feeling kind of ridiculously confident at this point. But you know, it might even be warranted. A little short on silk, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and get our silk plantations. Do we have silk plantations? I don't know that we do. Oh, let's go with automatic irrigation for these dye plantations. We do. Let's do it. That has made them slightly less productive because it's increased the price of engines, but I think the free market is capable of handling that tolerably well. Hey, and there's human rights unlocked. Wonderful. Battles all over Iran. Persia still is going to have war support protection because we don't have the capital under control yet. But now that our fronts have linked up, I think it's basically... I mean, really, it was a matter of time this whole time. But, you know. Interesting. They are exceeding us in terms of military strength. Hey, and there's military statistics. That's wonderful. I think that has unlocked a new training method. Interesting. Let's go ahead and do it. And now we've got control over their capital, which means they no longer have war support protection. They are losing 6 war support a week, meaning this is going to be a straightforward war indeed, which I am extremely pleased about. How long? So they will accept. So this is 280, which means that'll drop to 28. Yeah, so it's going to be another about 10 weeks. But we've got just about enough. I think this will be enough bureaucracy to basically incorporate all of Persia. So I'm pretty excited about that overall. They are winning in the... I don't know why they've put so much of their army here in Kalat, but, you know, it's AI in a paradox game, so, you know, you can... one shouldn't necessarily worry oneself over much about it. Hey, and Isfahan is finally in my hands. We're continuing to increase occupation. And this should be not long at all. Finances are still a little rough. So, depending on how things go, we may need to do a moratorium on construction. Get annexed. Alright, so, let's take a look. Incorporate. Oh, wow. These are going to cost a lot more bureaucracy than I was thinking, so I'm glad I kind of overshot it. Okay, I'm going to need a couple more levels of government admin. But in the meantime, let's get incorporating. Admin, we'll put them in Ankara. 4 levels. We'll queue them all the way up to the top just to make sure they get built in good time. Speed up. And after that, it'll be... Oh my goodness, look at this. So with the annexation of Persia, we have now finally moved into 2nd place from a prestige perspective, which has made me very, very happy. Gonna go ahead and disband the 7th Ottoman Army to move the units into the 6th Ottoman Army. Oh, put them into the Anatolian Army. Well, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm feeling very pleased about this. And what I'm hoping is that although we've reduced our line item from diplomatic pacts significantly, I'm hoping that having direct taxation rights over these areas will allow us to... Oh my goodness. Things are going buck wild in France. So Bavaria was... It looks like Bavaria was able to win their play here. Ooh. They'll give me French Sinai back. You know what? I'm going to do it. Let's mobilize some units. This might be a big mistake. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to mobilize the Hassa Ordusu and the 6th Ottoman Army. And then I'm going to mobilize the Constantine Army and keep them in reserve for now. Are there any fronts outside of France itself that I need to concern myself with? I don't... Oh, no, there's a list right here. I'm like looking around the map going like, are there any other fronts I need to worry? No, it's France. The front is in France. The allies we need are in France, milady. Alright. That's good. Let's get our main fleet redeployed to this... Huh. Oh, cripes. I don't have an admiral in here. Imperial Traditionalist Commander, you're in. Alright, now, go to the big trade node. Big C node. Alright, so this is going to cost us some money. But, I'm going to get French Sinai back. And that is going to make me very pleased. This is a legitimist uprising. This is Leopold Pardon. I feel like that's got to be a running gag. So when like no one knew what the what house he belonged to, and they were like, "C'est le roi Leopold," and the person was like, "Leopold Pardon." That's very funny. Legitimists, and this is an autocratic monarchic France, and we are aiding the French Republic, which is the Second Republic. This is actually quite interesting. I think we're going to need to put a real serious military presence in it in order to win this, unless the French are able to get a bunch more troops in here. So I think we're just going to, we may end up needing to put our, in fact, I'm going to pause construction right now in preparation for this war, because this war is going to go. So the bright side of this is as the states in Persia get more and more incorporated, we're going to get more and more tax revenue for them, and that's going to put a big dent in this, in the cost of this war. I'm making a significant bet when I don't deploy my entire armed forces, but I still think I'm in the right. I think I'm making the right call here. We've actually got significant overstrength on them in this front. Oil in Arabistan. Where is Arabistan? Nope. It's gone. Nope. Naval invasion in eastern Thrace. Well, thank goodness I have an army here. Because I don't have a fleet. Alright, well, we may need to mobilize our other army, but I'm hoping we don't. I'm hoping we can... Is it worth it? I am losing a ton of cash right now. If I put in a tax hike, that is going to significantly... Well, no. 'Cause I'm betting on Persia. Persia's going to pull me through here. This is a 33 battalion force, and I'm really hoping the army of Constantinople is going to be able to halt them on the beaches. Ooh. Another army. Maybe these are an army and a fleet. I'm not sure. It's a little hard to... Yes, an army and a fleet here. Okay. What are we doing over here? Not so hot. We're losing a lot of jelly. Alright, let's put the fleet over here, see if we can stop this invasion while it's on the sea. Am I able to see when these battalions will arrive? Spain sides with Belgium. Well, let's see a naval battle here. I apologize. This is not exactly riveting gameplay, but we're trying to. Okay, here's a naval battle. We are winning it too. So that's created a contested landing. So hopefully we'll be able to just put the kibosh on. Hey, and there's vulcanization, which is going to matter later. We do have significant strength parity here, and that should allow us to be winning. Let me make sure I've got the capital designated as the strategic objective. I do, and we've got a hold of it. We're not researching anything, which is not a great place to be. So what do I want? I for sure want pan-nationalism. Corporatism, what are you? Reduced radicals from decrease in standard of living. That's pretty strong. That's a new tech as of the current patch. I think I want mutual funds. No, I gotta work on military. I'm not where I want to be with military. Let's grab ironclad and then gantry cranes. We'll finish out gantry cranes. And then after that, We have a bunch of naval techs to do, and then we can finally get trench works and wargaming. I think we can leave floating harbor. If we don't have enlistment offices, we'll need to grab that, and then it's trench works and wargaming. Not a great overall setup, but we got to do it. Excellent. So that's a victory, and that means... Well, there's multiple battles here. This is the main battle. They've blundered, but our visibility is garbage. How long... The Sea of Marmara. Is this the Sea of Marmara? Yes. How long until this fires? I'm not sure. Undeserved blame. Some Turkish people are unfairly blaming the poor living conditions in Macedonia on their Greek neighbors. They say we've taken all the jobs, that we make it impossible for them to earn a fair wage, but we suffer just as much as them. We must all learn to live together. Ugh. Or ignore it. I'm going to ignore it. I don't want to lose authority here. In this age of adventurism. I think, yes. So the government of France does have war support protection, which is good, because they're losing war support at an alarming rate compared to their enemies. Our enemies. As you can see, our finances are improving significantly. How much are we paying in interest here? 14k in interest. So that's a significant expense at this point in the game. So I'm actually going to probably try to wear down the whole... Oh my goodness, Trucial Pessimer Revolt. That's excellent. Oh my goodness. Bavaria. What is this? Oh, Bavaria's pushing for an... Oh my goodness, Bavaria. Oh my goodness. Bavaria has captured... Bavaria has just gone and eaten Prussia. Oh my goodness. What a... I'm almost like, what a blessed Germany. This is going to be an odd duck of a Germany, friends. We'll see how things go. But what's going on in the Trucial States? Okay, this is the one. And the British Republic is pink. Chairwoman Grace Grieve. Council Republic still. They're still a Council Republic. But they've become pink. Have they been annexed by Japan from Hearts of Iron 4? British India has fallen. And now Bengal rules. And Bengal is the primary great power in the world. That's incredible. Let's improve relations. What a wild run. So Britain still has all these tiny territories here, but Bengal is independent, and Britain is a council republic, and then Canada is a presidential republic with wealth voting in the midst of a rebellion by a communist government. That's wild. The situation in Germany is quite curious. With that having been said, I don't necessarily want to commit to this situation right now, because I think we'll actually benefit more from winning the war in France. And I think we can benefit a lot from winning the war in France. We're losing a lot of jelly here, and by jelly I mean convoys. We're probably going to lose this naval battle here. Let's grab our main fleet and put them in the Bay of Biscay, because I'm trying to protect our convoys over there. Time is on our side here, because despite this whole situation, as soon as we... Iraqi, Ajami, and Mosul have transportation shortages. I didn't normalize production methods. Uh-oh! Let's queue up those railways first. Iraqi Kajimi and Mosul. That was pretty dumb of me, huh? Those aren't going to get built anytime soon, though. Difficult. While we're... Well, let's do this before I forget again. Okay. How's our coal situation? Coal situation's pretty okay overall. We could definitely afford to use coal in our urban centers. Cover markets, this would cost glass and steel. Make them a lot more productive. Let's do it. We got so much glass and steel in our market right now. France still has war support protection. The legitimist uprising is losing war support much slower than France is, though. I wonder... I think we might need to pull the Rumeli Ordosu into this thing. So let's do it. Okay, and this... We have our main army, the Constantine Ordosu, over here. This, of course, has completely goofed up our finances once again. But I'm still kind of optimistic. We do have strength parity here. I always say parity. I don't actually mean parity. Parity is when they're equal. What I mean is we've got a strength advantage here. Keep losing convoys. What's going on in the Bay of Biscay? Guy, what are you doing? What? Escort convoys. That's what you need to be doing. A universal suffrage movement. Well, that is extremely tempting. The local governors would be salty, but they would mostly tolerate it. The industrialists would not be happy. That's interesting. I don't want to potentially throw myself into some kind of... I don't want any risk of civil war while I'm in this situation, though. Let's go ahead and put... I can't pull Hassa Ordosu back, which is not great. As you can see, our financial situation is still continuing to improve. Its trajectory is up. We have a positive jerk. And of course, Bavaria is kind of on fire. French Republic is in default. I really don't want to be bankrolling France in this situation. It would only be 20k. A debt of 1.68 million. I could take it on for an obligation. It became 1.84 million just now. Ugh. It would help them stay in the war. No. Because as long as we hold the capital... As long as we hold the capital, we will win. It is a certainty that we will win. And this number is just going to get better. Oof, I am doing really badly for convoys. This is a bad situation. The convoy angle is bad, but... oh, boy. Yeah. Alright, so that means there is going to probably be a battle in Eastern Thrace. And, of course, these trade routes are getting goofed up because I don't have any convoys. And I can't afford to build more because of this whole situation. I probably shouldn't have activated that additional army. So, this guy is... how long until this fleet is going to be available? Because it's stationed in its main HQ for now. France isn't default. Her. I'm doing it. I'm taking on their debt. It's only messed up my finances a little bit more, and hopefully that'll allow them to maintain the military strength they need in order for us to tough this out. Because tough it out we are going to have to do. The enemy is not losing war support and anything close to the kind of speed that I would want them to be. They just haven't lost enough troops right now. How many radicals is this generating? Quite a few. As you can see, our finances are really, really messed up. Oh, they bailed. Wonderful. The enemy fleets left. Stopped trying to invade us. That's very good. I'm pretty pleased about that. French Senegal is in default. Rather. They're losing more support faster than... oh my goodness. France is in default once again. Urgh. This is really rough. Still, we are slowly pounding away at their fleet here. Oh boy, this is a tough war, friends. I have to say, this is getting really rough. This might end up being one of these giant mega episodes. That or we'll just go to the end of the year. I don't know where all these fleets are going. We've started to lose fewer convoys. We're generating so we've lost about 80% of our convoys right now. So the situation with trade is overall quite problematic. With that having been said, I don't think we're completely goofed. And again, as long as we can hold the capital, we'll be good to go. We can't, as long as we hold the capital, as long as we hold Ile-de-France, we can't lose. So at this point, I think I'm going to put all of my... so my armies over here are Anadolu, Rumeli, Hassa, and 6th. Oh my goodness. The Anadolu army doesn't have it. Oh my god. That was dumb. I don't know how that happened. I goofed up. I goofed up bad. Can we get one more? Nope. No, we cannot. Alright. Congratulations. You're a general. I'm going to put you on defending the front. Rumeli also didn't have a guy. Great. What ideology are you? You're a slaver. Can't put you in. You're a reformer. And you're a pacifist. Reformer it is. Only people that are... let's put you in. Okay, we do have a positivist aligned with the armed forces. Constantine Ordosu is good. Hassa Ordosu is good. 6th Army is good. So Rumeli Army, you're getting another commander. So, once again, my list of armies that is over here, now that I'm unfaffing about, my list of armies over here is the Rumeli Ordosu, the Hassa Ordosu, and the 6th Ottoman Army. So, Hassa Ordosu, you're going to be defending. Rumeli Ordosu, you're going to be defending, and also defending. And then, what is going on over here? Dial it back. And the 6th Ottoman Army, you're going to be adamant to defend. No, you're just going to be defending, because you're way overseas. I don't want to... Oh no, they got the capital. Do they have the capital? They do have the capital. I think they might have the capital. Do we still have war support protection? We do. Alright. Cool. Inefficient agriculture. You know I'm going to do the same thing I always do. So our troops are in defense now, and that means they're going to go... oh my gosh, now there's an aristocratic revolt in Great Britain. Whew. And actually, our convoy situation is doing much better now that we're effectively defending our convoys here in the Bay of Biscay. Early Ordosu couldn't reach the... Who's trying to go... What happened? Oh my goodness, the South German Confederation occupied... Oof. I don't know what's happening at this point, friends. I think we're going to win this by default because the South Germans are just going to hold this front until... That's what I think is going to happen. I think the South German Confederation under Bavaria is just like they've got a hold of all this territory. They went through Wallonia to conquer this territory, and they're just going to hold it until France bows out of that war, and then maybe fighting will start up again, but who knows. The duel. Senegal is bailed out of the war. That's not shocking. There's a duel between Arif Karaos Manolio and Rauf Talhostan. A duel to the death. These are both local governors, dorks. Let them fight. Rauf Talhostan is dead. Just make sure none of my armies has no commander. The 6th Ottoman Army now has no commander. We'll go ahead with a rural folk guy. Give you a little promotion to get you so that I've got plenty of capacity here. How did... Okay, so... Okay, we seem to have had front chicanery again, because all my armies wound up back in the Balkans. Reason concerns, get wrecked, petite bourgeoisie. You're not my business anymore. This is really weird, because this shouldn't have, like, these guys were all here, and this is a weird outcome, friends, but I'm hoping the French can hold long enough that we can just get there and stem the tide, block up the damage. Corsica got free somehow. Corsican separatist movement really is the how. Alright. And French forces have landed and we're beating them back quite handily. Liberal revolts in Oman. Oh, that's not great. Let's grab the 6th Ottoman Army. Actually, honestly, I think our allies will probably be able to handle this. Does the Omani Liberal Revolt have any units? No, it does not. Alright. That's fine. This war has really been truly wild. I think our forces have gotten here, though, and are now defending these fronts, so I think we can still win. Whistle-stop tour. Namik Burhan intends to travel across Kars by train to campaign for the Agrarian Party. All I intend to do is present myself to the people. I'm just a simple man trying to get our party's message out by the best means available. Campaigning by rail is a smart move, 10% momentum for the Agrarian Party. Or it'd be a shame the campaign kept suffering delays, minus 10% momentum. We're gonna do the second one. This war is bananas. I can't believe Great Britain is just in a continuous fall apart situation. I also kind of can't believe that France has war support protection at this time. With that said, though, we're going to have to... This has been a big ol' war megasode, and I will finish it before the end of this recording session, but it is time to put a pin in this. So tune in next time for the exciting conclusion of potentially the fall of the Second French Republic. But for now, I've had a good time. I hope you all have had a good time, and I will see you all on the other side.